Hello everyone, Phoenix Knight here. Welcome to the channel. As part of a recent delivery, I got in British Tank Ace by Compass Games. It is of course a solitaire tank combat game by Greg Smith. If you remember American Tank Ace, this looks like it'll be the same thing, just British tanks. But let's take a look at the back of the box. I am not going to read through all of this. British Tank Ace 1940 to 45 is a solitaire tactical level game that places you in command of a British tank during World War II in the North Africa, Italy, and European theaters of operation. You will make the tactical decisions a tank commander faced and control the actions of your crew while trying to survive. You will be assigned missions to attack, defend, or conduct movement to contact, depending on the current tactical situation. As time progresses and players survive, they may use the experience gained to improve their odds of success by purchasing skills. As their prestige increases, they may request improved versions of tanks when they suffer the loss of their previous tank. Awards and promotions help to narrate the player's eventual goal, to survive the war and help defeat Fascist Italy and Nazi Germany. Players will find it challenging to survive an entire tour from June 1940 to April 1945. Although shorter games may be played involving just one theater of operations. You will start with one of the tank models available to the British Army at the start of the game, but as your fame and prestige rise, more advanced tanks will be available to choose from. Gameplay moves quickly. Once you have your initial tank and commander, play proceeds by rolling for a mission then conducting it. Enemy forces range from penal units to SS or Fallschirmjäger, all randomly generated, ensuring no two careers will ever be the same. Combat is swift and sometimes deadly, as many of the Axis tanks, SPGs, and AT guns can destroy your tank. Terrain and weather also have an impact on operations, as well as smoke. Players must pay attention to hull down status, the orientation of their hull and turret, and decide when it is prudent to button up. Artillery and mortar fire can sometimes support either side, and random events will add to the uncertainty of combat. Due to its streamlined play, a single mission can be completed in as little as 10 minutes. When a mission is completed, assuming you have survived, you will ascertain if any awards have been earned or experience points gained. Promotion is also possible, which is the advantage of allowing for artillery and mortar support. You may also upgrade your tank if you have sufficient prestige to get a better model. Otherwise, you continue to fight in your starting tank until it is knocked out. While British Tank Ace is designed as a solitaire gaming experience, additional options are for player provided for both multiplayer cooperative and competitive gaming sessions. Complexity 4 out of 10. Timescale semi-abstract. Individual missions 8 per month. Map scale is abstract. Unit scale is individual tanks, crewmen, enemy vehicles, anti-tank guns, and ammo. Number of players 1 or more. Suitability for solitaire, designed for solitaire play. Average time to play, 10 to 15 minutes for a single mission, 4 to 5 hours for a full career, and recommended age 14 plus. Let's go ahead and get this cracked open and see what we've got in here. There we are. Closing the knife carefully. We'll start by getting the shrink wrap off. Man, that is a heavy box. But the shrink wrap is off, so now we can go ahead and lift this out and see what we've got in here. Assuming it wants to cooperate with me. There we go. We've got our dice. There are some stickers that look to be added to the North Africa battle board. Got our bags. Our cards for a sequence of play. Then we get into everything in the plastic bag. We've got our rules of play, which I'll thumb through at the end. We've got what looks like, looks like we've got a North Africa mission log sheet, Italy, and Europe, and I do not like this style of paper at all. I don't like this highly glossy paper. And of course the bag doesn't want to take everything back in. taking its sweet time to go back in. There we are. Then we're starting to get into our battle boards. We've got Italy, not double-sided. Europe, also not double-sided. European operations map with sequence of play, which is very convenient. Not double-sided as well. North Africa theater, North Africa operations map. Again, not double-sided. North Africa battle board. Say it with me, kids. Not double-sided. Italy operations. Once again, not double-sided. Then we've got all of our counter sheets in here, which I'm not going to... Looks like we've got 2 sheets. Actually, we've got 3 sheets total. But I'm not going to punch these out until I'm ready to deal with them. Because I know what happens when I start punching out punch board before I'm ready for it. Then we've got all of our other charts and such. We've got our command summary. Not double-sided, which is a little annoying. Got the M3 Grant. Looks like something that we can only use. Available March of 1942. Then a Crusader 3 on the back, which also takes a prestige level of 3. Whoa, just about tripped there. Got an A34 Comet. And a Valentine Mark V. Cruiser Mark IV. Available at the start of the game. And a Sherman 3, equal to the U.S. standard tank, can't be used in North Africa. Sherman 2. And an upgraded version of the Sherman 2. Crusader Mark IIA A10. And the Cromwell, not available in Italy. Valentine Mark II. Sherman 2A76. Matilda II. Sherman VC Firefly. M3 Stuart, which looks like a Lend-Lease tank. Sherman 5. Crusader 1. And the Challenger A30, can't be used in Italy. Crusader 2. Churchill 7. And looks like we got the last of the tanks, the Cruiser Mark 1 A9. And the Sherman 1. Then we've got our skill listings and cost chart. And our wound resolution, random event, and weather charts. Armored Fighting Vehicles School from Bovington. War trophies. Another skill effects listing and cost chart. And an event. Oh, this is okay. So it looks like these are broken out by theaters. So this one's for Europe. The other one we had was for Italy. Okay, that's actually pretty cool that it breaks out the events by the theater. Same thing for Europe that we had for Italy. Then we've got the main gun anti-tank to hit. Then we've got our attack charts for in Italy. Okay. Attack charts for North Africa. I'd be curious to know why Greg Smith did these separately by front. Probably just because that the three different fronts that we had, this was for North Africa, by the way. Probably that the three fronts all had very different conditions with them. Then we've got the Europe chart. Europe attack chart. Okay. Skill effects for North Africa. Commander status for NCO. And an officer. Looks like mission assignments for Italy. An enemy force for Italy. Mission assignment chart for Europe. And the same chart for North Africa. Okay. So now we can throw all of this back in the box carefully. And we'll get this out of the way so we can give the rule book our cursory thumb through. Zoom in just a touch. Okay. Not too thick, but let's take a thumb through and see what we've got in here. Okay. All right, just explaining how everything's laid out. Looks like we've got rules for a combined game in here as well. Okay. Just going to give my glasses a quick cleaning. Okay. Getting into the awards. And I do see an example of play in here, which is actually very useful. Then we get into random events and the optional rules. Okay, designer notes. Tank unit notes and the British tank notes. Bibliography, rules index, and a sequence of battle. Okay, so very nice. And that is everything inside the box for British Tank Ace by Compass Games. Let's zoom out the right way. I'm going to try to get to a couple more product unboxings here tonight before I start setting up tomorrow's hockey stream. Anyway, thank you for watching the video. Please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Be sure to turn on notifications so you get my content. Be well, stay safe, take care of yourselves and your loved ones, and I'll be back with more videos in the future. Until then, take care everyone.